When we first came over on our cruise, we had to go through the Mediterranean and down through the Suez Canal and out in around the area there and up to Vietnam. And we were the last ship to go through the Suez Canal before they closed it during the Arab-Israeli War. So as we went through, we were all told to stay below decks. And you stay we went to the gun pods and watched out, and there was all these machine gun nests along the canal, and everybody getting ready to start. They hadn't started yet to shoot at each other. So we went over and we spent our time doing our runs, our bombing, and we never lost a plane. I guess I mentioned that before. Everybody came back, and so we were going back to Norfolk, and it was Christmas Eve. We had to go around the Horn of Africa now and back up through the Atlantic. So the Captain Fair, he being the good guy he was, he wanted to figure, well, my folks here, my men, they need a little Christmas, a little liberty. So he radioed into the authority there at Cape Town, asked if we could come ashore and come in and tie up, and our crew could have liberty there for a few days. And they wouldn't let us in because we had black sailors on the ship, and that was a terrible thing back then, and we didn't feel that way. There was no racism on our ship that I can ever remember. So we said, okay, you won't let us in? It's your loss. So then I guess a couple of us got together and had an idea. And we used to make our own medicines, cough syrups and things like that on the ship. And every so often, some of the alcohol that we had to add to the recipes would spill, fortunately into a container that we were working with that would protect it from getting lost. And we couldn't use it in the medicine, so we'd have to put it in a separate container. And by times we had up 500, 600, 700 cc's of it stashed away. So we decided, well, we'll have a little time in sick bay. So we went down to the cooks, and I said to Cookie, can we have one of those thermoses they used to have? The Red Cross had coffee in. And he said, sure, Doc, no problem. He said, I said, can I have a case of grapefruit juice and a case of grape juice? He says, okay, what's going on? I said, this is between you and I, and whoever you want to tell. I said, we got a little time, sick bay. So we brought it all up there, and we put the juice in there, and we poured the alcohol down in through there. And because it was a holiday, and he named the drink the Purple Jesus for Christmas. So we all had a little party, and everybody got in pretty good shape. Christmas spirit was quite abundant there. And I didn't do it because I had to watch and I had to be, in case anything happened, God forbid, we'd all be in jail still today for that, you know. And so we had a good time. Good time was had by all. And kind of not in regulation, but then we were intrepid. We could do what we wanted. We were the A1 team.